What's up, y'all? Reynolds Rapp, the afternoon edition. This is a quick recap of the last night's NBA playoff game and how the Cavs choked away game one of the series. They cooked, y'all. They cooked. And we finna talk about it right after the intro. All right, stick a fork in those Cavaliers, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're not fans of Cleveland because I believe it's over. It's over. I actually had the Knicks in maybe 5 games, 5 games, six, just being generous, being nice. But after seeing them choke away game one last night and me actually having some money on it, I took the Cavs plus 6.5, and they were covering pretty much the entire game. They made me stay up, and I had to watch every single bit of it. I did cast the over in that game, but they completely, once overtime hit, I knew that I was going to lose that bet. James Harden, man, he still sucks when it comes in the playoffs. Um, we all knew this was going to happen. I'm not sure how Cleveland didn't know this was going to happen. It's kind of surprising that they made this trade for him, thinking that they can actually win with him when he's been unable to show that, especially in the postseason. Now, if you look right behind me, or well, actually to the side here, you'll see there's that fella's stats right there. I mean, 15 points on 16 shots, 1 for 8, 1 for 8. He's normally a good free throw shooter, but he went 4 for 6. He only had 3 assists, which was crazy to me. He's a guy that, if anything, he's going to find those open teammates. And as you can see, I mean, some of these guys struggle hitting shots. I mean, you see Dennis Schroeder, 1 for 9. He sucked. Donovan Mitchell was the only one that really showed up, and he's going to need more help. Didn't really get much from Jared Allen, but you know what Jared Allen gives you normally is a double double. He couldn't really get that, 7 rebounds. He had a steal in the block. You like that? Evan Mobley, he didn't have the game that you would like, and I'm not sure why this brother, he's 6'10", 6'11". I'm not sure why this brother shot 8 3-pointers last night, but he did. Um, Definitely don't want to keep him out there shooting those threes. I mean, if you're in New York, yeah, he could let it fly, Evan Mobley, let it fly. But if you're the Cavs, you definitely don't want that going forward. And yeah, just seeing how Brunson cooked these guys in that overtime. Um, Man, look, listen. And you're talking to somebody. I've been watching the Knicks. I'm a Sixers fan, so I had to watch our us get swept actually. So I'm still recovering from that. But the Knicks look like they're for real this season. The only thing about the Knicks is that I think their championship aspiration stops here because I think whoever comes out the West is going to win a championship this year, whether that's OKC or San Antonio. I just don't think that the Knicks are better than either one of those teams. So, but this has been a great year for New York. Um, while we're at it, let's see what happened out there. They didn't really do too much either on that side. I know a lot of those guys, had down games, but Brunson pretty much showed up. But it was high volume for him. He took a lot of shots. He made a lot of shots, and you gotta give him some credit where it's due. But James Harden, man, this Cleveland team is just—he doesn't play any defense. Good Lord, I mean, no defense whatsoever. So I'm just trying to figure out how can I see a path to Cleveland even winning a game. They had three great quarters of basketball play. Fourth quarter came, they lost it. Overtime, they lost it. I thought that this was a game that they had to keep themselves in this series, and they dropped it, and that's a shame because I think that the next time around, I do believe that the Knicks win again in New York. We'll see what happens if they take the series back to Cleveland, where Cleveland is actually better. They're better at home than they are on the road. Anybody who sports bets and gamble, they can tell you that. They crappy against the spread. As you can see, last night they did not cover. Uh, yeah, So I feel for them. This is a James Harden, Kenny Atkinson video here. Kenny Atkinson did not make any substitutes. He didn't even call a timeout. I think the Knicks went on like a 20 to, I don't know, it's like a 22-3 run, something like that. No timeouts being called, no adjustments being made. You got James Harden out there getting torched. Nobody's playing defense. Donovan Mitchell is doing, he's out there all alone. Just kind of reminded me of him back in his Utah days when he was playing with nothing around him. But these guys got shooters, man. They just didn't knock down those shots. And I thought that game one was one that they had to have. I, I wouldn't be surprised they came out flat game two. New York, that place is going to be rocking. It is going to be rocking for game two. And I'll give New York this, man. Their fans, man. Those fans are crazy over there, man. I thought my Sixers, I thought we had pretty good fans as far as basketball is concerned. But these New York Knicks, man, they show up. And more power to those dudes, man. Those are crazy fans. I know that they came in Philly and pretty much took over our arena. We should be embarrassed about that. But those Knicks fans, they're here. And I think they're going to be rowdy next game. And I'm not sure what the line is, but I probably won't make the mistake of betting Cleveland again. I'm probably going to take the Knicks just by how they ended this game here. I mean, going into that overtime, Brunson doing what Brunson does. And speaking of Brunson for 1 second, I did I never saw this coming from him. I never knew he was actually this good. I knew that he was a decent player, at least a few years ago when it was bringing him up. I didn't think that he would be what he is now. This just unstoppable little guard lefty who just can't be stopped. I mean, pretty much can get anything, 3-level score, get in the paint, can hit the mid range. He can hit threes if you allow him to. He's a hell of a player. But I'm looking at the rest of his teammates, and Mikal Bridges, he stepped up for him. And that's the thing about New York; they got different guys on different nights. Yeah, and it's just whose night is going to be tonight. They got about I'm looking at 1, 2. They got about 3, 4 guys who can at least and look, and that's what they did too. Can get you at least 13 points or more. And you look at it, what 5 guys double figure. You got 9 points from Shamet off the bench, Landry Shamet off the bench. This is a good basketball team. Yeah, good basketball team. They got a solid bench. I like Jose Alvarado down there. He had a quiet game, but he really didn't need to do much. He probably did within those 7 minutes. Probably played some good defense somewhere on somebody, I'm sure. Uh, but I just don't. With James Harden on that team and a coach just letting those guys go out there and play that. And I heard his press conference yesterday too. He sounded like a guy who didn't know what he was doing. Uh, and if Cleveland wasn't like in the Eastern Conference Finals, I don't want to say fire because Kenny Atkinson has been he's been pretty decent over there. But I don't think that he can be able to have too many more meltdowns like this in the playoffs for him to be able to save his job. Now he'd probably bring him back next year. I mean, he's done a hell of a job this year, but I can't see him surviving. If the Cavs don't win next year, depending upon what they do in free agency, I don't think LeBron's going back to Cleveland. I don't see it. Not with James Harden still being on that team. I don't see that. But we'll see. We've seen stranger things in the past before. But for now, man, it's going to be an uphill climb for the Cavaliers to be able to get back into the series, man. Even though they're only down a game, it's just tough, man. Especially when you had that game and you grasped. I mean, the whole night, I'm watching the whole game, man, because I had money on it. The spread was 6.5. Cavs was looking good. Came out, it's up 20 points. I'm sitting back, drinking some wine, thinking that we gonna cash out tonight. And hell no, we ain't cash out tonight. Well, last night we did. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, Kenny Atkinson makes some adjustments, and James Harden show up, play a little defense because he gonna need to. Because they looked like the game plan was to come and go straight at him last night, and that's what they did, and they were successful at it. So especially in the overtime. So I don't know what James Harden was doing there, but hopefully he get his stuff together. And but I want to turn the page for a second. I want to talk about the game that's going on tonight, the OKC uh, San Antonio game. Now, we all saw what the Spurs did in the first game, but tonight I think I'm going to go ahead and take OKC tonight. Uh, I just don't see them getting beat like that on their home court 2 games in a row. And we're talking about the best team in the West. So I'm expecting OKC to bounce back, get this thing tied up 1-1, go to San Antonio, and then we see what happens when they get over there. But I expect Shea to have a better game. Holmgren, I think he took like maybe 1 or 2 shots in the first half. That's not happening tonight because they know that they can't win that way. So I expect him to be aggressive, uh, and I expect those guys to show up. Now I don't know if Caruso's going to give you 30 again. I doubt that, but I do expect him to show up, play some defense, some great defense as he was doing. I expect Wemby to be Wemby. The only question I have with the Spurs tonight, who's going to help them out? Is it going to be Castle? Is it going to be Vessel? Is it going to be, who's it going to be? Is it going to be Johnson? Is it going to be Harper? So who's going to help out Wemby tonight? Because I can tell you this, we all know Wemby's going to be showing up tonight. Seemed like he's taking this series a little personal, so paying attention to that. So yeah, I just want to chime in with this little video real quick, just to talk about the recap for the game last night. I was watching. I'll be watching again tonight. OKC series. I do have money on the Thunder. I'm taking the Thunder. And I'm taking the point spread. I also like the over. I really don't talk about some, sports betting and stuff like that. I don't really want to do that with this page, with this channel, I should say, actually. But I am into it, and this is what I plan to do tonight. And what am I expecting? I'm expecting OKC to bounce back in a big way. I don't expect a blowout, but I expect a nice, clean win for OKC tonight and get this thing tied up going back to San Antonio. And there was something else there that I wanted to talk about there before I got off with you guys. Oh, yeah, that's right. Uh, I'm currently in the making a video doing Matthew Berry's top 10 running backs. I'm going to be coming out with that. I just dropped the top 10, not so top 10 quarterbacks of Matthew Berry Fantasy Football League yesterday. You can check that out. That video is still up. I just put that out. I'm putting this out here, and I'm working. I plan to be consistent. I told you guys that in the previous videos, and here I am. We're just going to be shooting these things out, man. You know, I love talking ball, love talking sports, and we're gonna keep our ears to the streets, man, and make sure that we do what we need to do on this end here. But again, uh, running back videos coming out. Actually, I'm already done it. I got it in the tuck. I didn't even throw it out yet. I probably put it out maybe later on tonight, um, probably tomorrow sometime. But that's coming. I probably do something on the weekend, maybe like a live show mock fantasy football draft, just to see different strategies that we could be able to take as far as that's concerned. Just to see, what players are still there when we do certain things, just to get a feel for the ADP and which way that we should go about drafting this season, because it's different every year. Um, Sometimes you could be able to take the same strategy in a fantasy football, but depending upon where you're drafting and who's left on the board, sometimes you got to shake things up. So we're going to be going through all types of scenarios probably this week, and I'll do a live or something like that, and we can go ahead and walk through that. But for now, man, it's Reynolds. Um, yeah, we about to get up out of here, man. It's a wrap. I was trying to think of something else that I could be able to get out there for you on this video, but I ain't got nothing. It's a wrap.